Hey Clover mates, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and welcome to a little follow-up video from the last couple updates I've done on my community post and also videos as well. So I just want to give a quick little update on how I'm doing and all that, just to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on and being transparent. So you might have noticed recently I've been putting a couple things on my community post about my hand and all that kind of thing. For anyone who's missed that post or video, basically a couple days ago I hurt my hand. Long story short, I ended up crushing it in a fire door, and so yeah, apologies if this video or these next couple of videos are relatively low effort compared to usual. If the low effort, minimal editing, if any at all. If I'm not as well presented as I normally am, it's just obviously I'm in a little bit of a situation right now, and I can't really do too much for myself at the moment. So it's been interesting. It's been an interesting couple of hours or days or so. So basically, I've done everything I can. I took paracetamol during the initial injury. I did everything I could. I put ice on it to help the swelling. Warm water. I did all these things that people are suggested to do. So I think I did the best I could. But yesterday, I actually I was doing pretty alright, but I was suggested by my staff here to still go and have it checked out just in case, because you never know. Like it doesn't feel particularly bad. Like there's some slight pulsating pain here, only because of because it was crushed. But all things considered, it seems like a relatively minor injury than where it could have been. But yeah, I did go to the the ER, the emergency room, to get it checked out, or A&E as we call it here in the UK. So I went to have it looked at. I was waiting quite a bit in the waiting room, quite a bit. Let's see. I think it was like maybe was it 7? No. I think it was before that. I think it was before my timer went off, my recording timer. So I think it would have been around about 5, maybe somewhere in the 5, when my mum came for me and her and her partner took me to James Cook to go and have it looked at. We were waiting in the waiting room for quite some time. There was a lot of patients, a lot of people around me. Again, it was Friday, Friday night, so it was very, very busy. A lot of people there. A lot of blood-related injuries, which isn't particularly good for me because I have hemophobia, but I think I handle it pretty well. Anyway, after a while of waiting, I finally was able to. I was finally able to get in to see someone, had it looked at, and then they said that they recommend getting an X-ray just to make sure, which was also suggested by the staff as well. So I went down to the X-ray, had it looked at, got my X-ray. For obvious reasons, I couldn't get the actual pictures of the X-ray on screen to show you, but basically the long and short of it is it didn't look too bad. Like my middle finger, which I was a bit worried of because of the bruise on the nail, I was a bit worried about that. But that didn't seem too bad, all things considered. Like, I think the worst of it was probably my ring finger, which on the X-ray the nurses were a bit worried about, actually, because it was a little hard to tell, but they think that it's possible I may have not to sound too graphic or anything, but they think I may have fractured the very tip of my ring finger. So they didn't seem too they seemed a little concerned, but not too concerned. I mean, again, there's only so much you can do with like fingers, you know. So basically what they did is they like, well, it's been redressed since, but they basically like wrapped it up in like you know, medical tape, you know, put a bit of gauze between my middle and ring fingers, and then they just kind of wrapped it up to keep it together. They suggested that I keep, you know, obviously I'm gonna have to like redress it a couple times, I think, but they basically suggested like do this for a couple weeks, like maybe like 1 or 2 weeks, just to give it ample time for healing. So yeah, they wrapped it up. They suggested that I keep it like this for a couple of weeks. They suggested that I keep my arm elevated as much as possible. Try to use it as little as possible. So it's been interesting. It's definitely been an interesting couple of days, just because thing is, you use both hands for so much. So it's been a bit difficult. I've had to find all these different creative methods of like doing things. Like for example, I had my laundry day yesterday, and I had to like drag my laundry basket with this hand, just like not even like picking it up, just like dragging it through my flat, which was interesting to say the least. And there's all these other methods I've had to try and work out in the meantime too. But yeah, it's only for a couple of weeks at the least. Well, they suggested a couple of weeks. Obviously, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, they did suggest a couple of weeks at least. You know, just again, try to use it as little as possible. Try to, you know, use it as little as possible. Keep it wrapped up. Basically, keep it like this, of like using my middle finger as a splint, pretty much. But yeah, they just suggested to keep it like that and just, well, take it easy. So obviously, for the next couple of weeks or so, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to be able to keep up my usual upload schedule, my typical recordings. Like the Let's Plays, obviously, editing's going to be a bit difficult. These videos are probably going to be like, for the next couple of videos are probably going to be either minimal or no editing. I don't know, we'll have to see. I'm basically using a recording setup where the commentary and audio is all in one. Usually I do record them separate, but because obviously I can't do the clap without hurting myself, I've had to do it all in one. So it's going to be like that for a little while. Videos going to be like minimally edited, if anything at all. Mostly raw, but minimal edited, maybe, I don't know. Obviously no Let's Plays for a little while, because obviously I can't really use a controller like this. I need both hands for a controller, so it's gonna be difficult. Maybe try and see if there's any like PC games I can play with one hand, or like maybe like in Aquarium. I think in Aquarium can be played with one hand, so I might go back to that since it's been a while. But yeah. Other than that, it's gonna be an interesting couple of weeks. And yeah, so yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick little update on my hand and how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty okay, all things considered. Pretty minor injury. I've just got to, like, you know, rest my hand, take it easy, try to use it as little as possible. Obviously, I'll take it off to like shower and stuff. Like I can still shower and stuff, but you know, obviously I need to redress it a couple of times. But yeah, it's just gonna be interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick little video just to, you know, keep you guys in the loop. So again, you know, subscribe, all that stuff, to keep up to date. Check my community posts regularly. I'll try to keep you updated as much as I can, either through the videos or community tabs. Again, I'm having to do a lot of stuff like one-handed, which is difficult. So we'll have to see how this goes. I might need to ask my staff and friends for help here and there, just because, you know, it's very difficult doing things one-handed. But other than that, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here, and yeah, I just want to be transparent and keep you guys in the loop of what's going on. So again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for support, and I will see all of you guys hopefully soon. Again, it's only a couple of weeks, so hopefully I can get back to stuff relatively soon and maybe play some like one-handed games or something. But yeah, a bit rambly, a bit, you know, all over the place. But yeah, until then, have a good day, you guys.